Hey, everyone out there in Silver Gauntlets land. I hope you are all pumped. We have yet another Triforce Blitz tournament matchup. Game 2, Ronin Traveler versus jaxstronomy. Joining me on comms tonight, DocHeaps. I don't think we've ever
Good.
tortured this audience.
What?
I don't think we've ever tortured this audience
We
together.
haven't tortured this audience, and we can say the bad words here.
Yep.
Oh, truly fucking delightful.
Is the bad word logic? Like, is that the bad word?
Now, I'm pretty
feels
sure
like
it's
it.
Rush Ice Cavern, but here we are.
All right. Well,
I thought you said terrible commentary for me right now. I was like, wow, we've been live for 10 seconds and already
10
thrown out
seconds.
terrible commentary.
Oof. I mean, that happens sometimes. Also,
shoes are made for walking. 13 months. Thank you so much.
and we do have a couple seconds left on the prediction. Total path steps going. Looks like we have a Bolero start. If you're unfamiliar with these settings, we will always have a forced adult start with vanilla spawns.
We are off. We got jaxstronomy and we got Ronin Traveler. So we're up for a good match tonight. Let's see how long of a match we're up for tonight.
That looked like a Forest Medallion Dodongo's Cavern.
5 and 1 and 6. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. And GTG Path to Power.
It's not bad. I can live with that.
Yeah, I mean, those step counts are very interesting because that kind of makes you think, you've probably got a couple bomb bag options, probably a couple bow options. This could be interesting. Jax opting to peek into Crater here, Ronan not far behind.
Yeah, the one is interesting, I will say. One could go so many different ways. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, don't at all blame. I mean, I would have done the same thing. You got Bolero. Your save quit is Temple of Time. Just play the song. Get it out of the way. Get the 2 peaks.
100%. You have to go back there anyway because you're going to do Adult CAC. That is the kind of standard opener here. Oh, thank you, chat. We need that 2-hour timer started on Restream here.
Timers are optional.
The timer, very important in this because there is a 2-hour limit. If at the end of those 2 hours, neither runner has found one of our 3 Triforce pieces, probably unlikely with these path counts, but, never say never. It will become a sudden death. First player to find a piece at that time.
Ooh. Now, the nice thing about the 1 is there are not a ton of places that can have 1 as their step count. 5 and 6 could be about anywhere. I mean, truly, genuinely, you can get most places in 5 or 6 steps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have been pretty vocal about this in chat, and anytime I've been playing one of these just individually, there's always one in Water Temple. There's one in Water Temple.
I mean, I lost to you because of one in Water Temple.
I know. You didn't have to tell people that, but
I own my losses. My very first Triforce hunt was me versus Mel, and we only found 1 piece, and it was River Chest in Water Temple. That was it.
And I found it first.
And
I beat a top 64 player. Let's go. I don't even have the controller advantage. Anyway, we are seeing Adult CAC.
No, what I was gonna say though is I think that speaks to Triforce Hunt. The people who have experience in Triforce Hunt, people who can read the logic. You can save so much time by just understanding the seed and understanding what it's trying to tell you. And
Yep.
so I think there have been a lot of really big upsets because of people who have figured out the logic and were able to find pieces.
Yeah, and you kind of see that across all formats, really. God, adult cack here. So we did see that Epona's song is on Ocarina of Time. That is important information because with our GTG path to power, that step count becomes very interesting
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
Epona's is behind 3 dungeons. We
Well,
are
and
getting this updated.
what are our 2 stones? So Shadow Spirit are our 2 stones.
Yeah.
So there's no
So,
way that Epona's is required to get to GGG in this seed.
right. Which means that both of our hook shots will each be a different step on that.
Yeah, so that's 2 steps out of those, either the 5 or the 6, that we know have to be 2 hook shots.
And it's probably both, but Path to Power was the hinted piece for GTG, so yeah, 2 of those are kind of already known that they're the hook
Oh,
shots to
yeah.
get into GTG.
So I've got a notebook that I'm taking notes on, and I'm just already going to write hook under power because we know that has to be the case. There's no other way that we can get to there in 5 steps.
Yeah. So for
'Cause
anyone who is new,
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
uh with Shadow and Spirit as our stones, if you're not familiar, they already have more than 6 hard required items to beat them because you absolutely need Nocturne, Dins, Magic. Those can overlap a little bit.
And hovers,
For
and hovers.
Spirit, Hovers, Mirror Shield, 2 strengths. Like it just adds up so quickly what you need to beat those, and they are unique items. Which is what these steps are kind of taking into account. So, yes, we can have 3 strengths available, which would mean that any 2 of them gets you Spirit, for example, removing a step. But if a third one is locked behind one, it changes that, you know?
Totally. Well, and you got to think about it this way. If Epona's is required, that means Epona's is a step. And GGG is another step. So that means that we'd have to be able to beat get all 3 stones in 3 steps. And there's just no way. There's just no way.
Yep.
So
God,
that's nice for these
still
runners.
not a lot of nothing. What's really nice for these runners is they're gonna almost full clear Graveyard here. We have Lullaby, we have Sun Song.
I thought about that earlier. I was like, every unique song that we need for Graveyard is taken care of.
And yeah, a heart container is very nice. With 2 hours, you are not spending a whole lot of time opening small chests because you've just got to keep going so fast and you've got so many different things kind of calculating. I don't think usually math has this much impact in Ocarina of Time Randomizer, but keeping track of that logic is just so much more important because of that time limit.
Well, and keep in mind that, what's this bucket? That Fire Temple is currently getting into Fire Temple is 0 steps. So, Fire Temple could be one of the pieces. Easily could be a 5 or 6, or if not a 1. And you want a few hearts going into Fire Temple. You do not want to be on 3. God, no.
Oh, Ronan.
Yeah, I saw that. Getting a 102 had some unfortunate bonks.
And it's not even worth it. All this is getting you is $20, which you can just steal from Dompe at the front.
Well, and also, by not going fast enough, guess what Dompe gives you? $20.
$20.
So Dompe just handing out
Yeah.
20s.
Which, I mean, is nice. You can go buy a shield.
There was one in the back grotto anyway.
Yep. I know the pain of failing Dompe race, and usually I say, screw it, there's nothing up there. Sorry is something composer code. Interesting because that is a potential step. because forest logical access is still a thing in these
Come
cities.
on.
No,
Come
no,
on, come
no.
on, let's
Yeah, let's
go!
go.
Let's go! And
Ronan
there's the 20
getting
part
it the
2.
second time, the disappointing reward. Oh no.
And
Jumping
that's gonna be a
too
save
far,
quit.
gonna have to save quit, which is very unfortunate because that is a lot of time hiking back to graveyard. I just
Yeah.
come back as child at that point.
That's what I was about to say. Like, you miss nothing by just going child at this point. In fact, you could play Sun Song, do Dumpe digging at that time, knock out the
Yeah.
graveyard, and if you know the trick for flame storage, just do all that at the
Mhm.
same time. So, honestly, Ronan might actually be in a better position by going back and doing that as a child. Do
Yeah.
it all in one clean
I
sweep.
I am far more familiar with Jax as a runner than Ronan. Considering Ronan just kind of jumped through, you would usually see runners, void intentionally to get back out to the front. I would guess that there is less of a chance he is familiar or comfortable with doing flame storage, but we'll see.
You know, I am always shocked and surprised by the tricks that people know, and I no longer make any assumptions
This is
about the
Ronan's
tricks that
second
people.
race.
Oh,
Third if you count the qualifier.
that is
Big
the
Gassar.
cutest shit. Ronan, go be amazing. Yeah. Go win this, Ronan. I'm now rooting Jax. Jax, I love you, but I'm rooting for Ronan now. You can't stop me.
Jack's one of our Challenge Cup participants this past season. Yeah, exactly. Losing a minute to anything, like, I am always telling people that they need to just do chickens. Like, suck it up, do chickens. I know it's terrible, but you know what? Get in a habit of doing it, because otherwise you are punished harder than almost anything else.
Yeah.
It's only 3 chickens in this format.
You know, honestly, if you're just gonna do 3 chickens, you might as well just make it 1. Just grab 1. But here's real talk though. What are y'all's thoughts on 10 skulls in this format?
I am so bad about remembering to rush them, and that hurts.
Yeah, I think there's some interesting arguments. So 10 skulls, I was thinking about it when I was driving this afternoon, knowing I was doing comps. 10 skulls, you lose about 3 minutes doing 10 skulls. On average, each skull takes you about 15 to 20 seconds of investment. And if you do them efficiently, over the course of 10 skulls, if you're losing 20 seconds a skull, you're looking at 3 to 3.5 minutes of skulls, and that's when your race is only 2 hours. It's a fair amount of time.
Yeah. Yep. And that Dompe race, I suspect Ronan kind of feels like the underdog here. More information. Deku Tree is foolish. That is good information. I'm not gonna lie, so in these settings there are 3 always hints instead of the usual 6. So we get a hint for 20 skulls, Burning Cack being the Nocturne Song check.
Wait, what was that about fire?
Fire's a path.
Fire's a path?
I think. Yes.
Was it? I didn't see a second color associated with fire.
Oh, it's foolish. It's
foolish. Fire's foolish.
Thank you, trackers, for paying more attention to me, because I was watching you fill in the spreadsheet.
Which, again, fire being foolish is huge, because we need to find a 1, right? And fire easily could be a 1. Easily could be a 1.
Fire being a 1, yeah.
Like hammer or bomb bag easily makes fire a 1.
Yeah, especially knowing that we are kind of expecting to find hook shots to get us additional access, probably our bows to keep the path counts low enough to meet these requirements. So we have a vanilla Nocturne today. That means DC, which is only behind bombs or, a strength if you get creative with some shoes. Uh, that Deku and Fire is not a bad Nocturne. So as much as we were saying that we can't possibly need Eponas, Shadow's a good bet.
Shadow's not bad.
Shadow's not bad for a power or courage.
Do I want to do it? No, but like,
No.
is it not bad? Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, go for it.
I would rather do Shadow than a lot of other dungeons.
So we know GGG cannot be a 1 because Epona's is on Ocarina of Time, which means the only other way we can get into GGG is 2 hookshots. So we know it's at least a 2.
Yeah. And Ventinor pointing out, like, Shadow is hard locked behind additional items because Kokiri's sword, we don't know anything about slingshots yet, but potentially even slingshots. Ooh, there, Storm. Okay, Rush Bottom of the Well
could be a 1.
Very likely a 1 spot, honestly.
Even if they're not locked behind each other, you need
that's
both
great
hookshots,
info.
so it should be a 2.
Zora's River, also foolish. Really nice for Ronin. Jax already went through there. Oh, and Goron City, my second favorite. My second favorite foolish hit because there's just way too much to do there as both
Wait,
child
was that
and
inside Ganon's castle to power? Hold on, we're gonna see it all again. Thank God.
Probably. Yes. So, Ganon's castle is accessible after getting 2 dungeon rewards, so all you need to do is complete a dungeon, because the reward you start with counts. We started with our Kokiri Emerald today. I think that's the right stone. I said it without really thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of chat or discussion in chat right now about how long shots and Eponas might be interconnected and how if they force Temple is courage. Yeah, it's one of those that we don't know yet, where how we know a hook shot locks Eponas. We don't know if a long shot locks Eponas, and that's where if neither hook shot locks each other, and you only need one or the other to beat Shadow and Spirit, things get wonky real fast.
Yeah, there's just so many specific things you need to get that horse.
Yeah.
Also, no one likes the horse. Just reverse.
Yeah, and this is where you gotta just start making assumptions, right? You're like, I just have to assume 2 hook shots gets me into GGG and we are moving on with our lives. And then cry when you're wrong.
Yeah. And do, half of the game.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Because of
showing
course...
us child market night checks.
Because of course where the game actually wanted you to go was, wanted you to do the mirror locked checks in Spirit Temple for your 1. Because somehow, some way, everything plays out magically where it's only locked by 1 item, and that's the mirror shield.
Aw, Sir NyQuil, don't be like that. We're great fun.
No, be like that. Rage.
Rude.
What?
Come on.
I'm just encouraging lovely behavior.
Yeah, you know what? Rage against us. Tell us we suck. It's fine. That's fine.
Not the first time, wouldn't be the last.
Bottom of the Well to Courage. Okay, so that is a confirmed
Really?
step. That Song of Storms is on that step count.
See, now this is fascinating because we got double hook shots for power for GGG on the power line, but then we also have a hook shot that's required for Forest on the courage line. My money's that bottom of the well has a hook shot.
Ronan showing us never do chickens, not even once. The tragic outcome of me saying just do chickens.
What did we get? Was it useful?
Mm-mm.
I wasn't paying attention.
Not even at all. Especially, like, it's a bloopy and Ronan has a full wallet.
See, baseball says, she says that it's important. She said, yep. So I believe her.
Slingshot could potentially be important. I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. Look, it is 9:20 at night. I worked at like 6 a.m. this morning. I don't know why you convinced me that this was a good idea.
You needed to get out of your date if it was going badly.
Shh. Chat doesn't need to know about shh. No. They don't need to know.
Sorry, chat. You know now. You know.
Fuck. Now they're all invested in my love life. Jesus.
So invested.
Nothing, Hell Knight. Go back to sleep.
Oh, anyway. So, chat, I am very curious. I don't think we have a prediction going up. I was going to suggest that our second prediction be how long it takes me and Heaps to get off topic, but we already did that, so...
21 minutes.
It took us about 21 minutes.
It's not bad, honestly, for us.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We haven't even, like, actually sworn yet. We're doing pretty good.
I started this stream by saying, fuck, like, what do you want from me?
You're right. Fucking
You say fuck, but you don't say the A part. Mostly we're just seeing retreaded ground here. Ronan should be going to bottom of the well here in the near future.
Yeah, you're there. We are not seeing Ronan. This damn door. Worst door in the game.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching both the restream and the internal stream.
Oh, I was like, what door are you talking about? Like, is this your dog door? Like,
yes, my dog door. No, the door leaving Compost Grave is the worst door in the game.
Absolutely.
Yes. Also, Minuet is available in Lon Lon Ranch, meaning that Saria's is kind of equaled out. We don't need either of those to access Sacred Forest Meadow, as far as steps are concerned.
You're right.
Forest Temple still requires a hookshot. We do not know if the hookshots lock each other.
I'm putting my money that there is a hookshot in bottom of the well.
Yeah, I think that's a very good bet. Honestly, I would even go so far as to say there's a piece in here.
It is one, isn't it?
And magic in the silo?
All right, ooh. I see you, magic.
Yet another...
hopefully we don't have to use that magic. Like, the two dungeons where you would really need magic are both stones, so...
This game expects you to use that magic, even if you wouldn't. All the time. This game is dumb.
Look, you think I'm busting out a lens of truth? Hell nah.
I do. Like, if I'm going too slow in Shadow and I fall off that platform even once, and I have the lens, absolutely, I whip that thing out.
Nah, you, ooh, hello, big chest.
I like big chests.
There's bomb bag. That makes, that checks out.
So that is interesting. Oh, another big chest. So that other big chest is even more interesting as a potential piece, like location, because we have not seen all of our keys yet. Keys behind bombs, keys behind Zelda's Lullaby, add to you don't think of key logic when you think of bottom of the well, but you should absolutely know that that door that leads you to those chests, 3 key locked, because the game expects you to get those skulls.
And like, we currently have all the access, or all the tools that we need. We have ZL, we have storms, and we now have bombs. And we know that, as long, you know, if a key is ZL locked, that's 1 step. We know that there's at least a step to get into bottom of the well, so that's at least 2 steps for those keys. And then, nice. And then a possible 3rd step if explosion is locked. So, whatever that is, it's at least 2 steps deep.
Yeah.
If there's a key that's ZL locked.
Yeah, it's not one of our pieces. For sure.
Could you imagine if that was the 6 or some shit?
Oh, there's no way.
There's no way. Like, there's no way.
At
Could you
most,
imagine?
yeah, like you said, at most it's like 3 or 4 steps, depending on.
Yeah.
At most. Don't lose your shield.
No!
Don't be target.
The second I saw Z target, I was like, no! Not the Z target.
The worst. Navi.
Oh, and that's another big chest.
Yep. Don't die down here, Ronan. I mean, you can, but I don't recommend it.
Run!
Run away!
Run, Ronan, run! No!
So just so you know, there is a little bit of like backlash from all of these explosions, so you need to clear and stay clear if you are on quarter.
You got this, Ronan. You got this.
And don't get hugged. Yep, don't get hugged. More cheese.
Good! Glory bomb, but bottom of the well. We get it.
No.
You like explosives. Hi. Yes! Yes! The death warp, baby! Let's go!
Pro strats right here. Death warping instead of just save quitting.
There we go.
Ooh, Temple of Time Wanderer? Is that
what we saw?
real?
What could it be at this point? Can't be Eponas.
Well, so Wanderer means that there is an alternative option there. So in this case, like, Saria's and Minuet would have made a lot of sense to me. What I think that means is that our Requiem is probably on Prelude.
I could see that. Requiem or Song of Time, and I don't know why, but GGG is calling.
Yeah. Song of Time can't be equaled out by anything. So it would just add a step. Wanderer should not add steps. Oh, Ronan, no.
You got this, Ronan.
Yeah, I would guess Requiem because it kind of adds to our speculation that our long shot is going to be our access to GTG, meaning that it would also be access to crossing the wasteland. So that magic that we found, that lens that we found, it kind of means none of that locks Dodongo's Cavern, which this bomb bag kind of confirms because Dodongo's Cavern is completable at this point. So I would expect Requiem.
I think something interesting that I learned by playing these seeds is that just because something is Wanderer doesn't mean that it's gonna wander you towards pieces.
No, yeah, and that's very interesting. Elgatua has had a couple of videos posted, so I think if we Triforce Blitz. If you go to the website that I've linked in chat, you can see the videos that kind of explain the Wanderer hints. And he kind of says be cautious of them. Because, yeah, they might be for a bomb bag, they might be for a bow, something that's very helpful, but they might also be for something like, okay, Requiem, which for me...
Let's go! Let's go, Ronan!
Wait. So, Ronan, on the board, we will get that marked shortly. What could that be?
Let's fucking go. That's the one.
So our storms are ZL and our bombs.
Because I would have to see where the 3 keys are in bottom of the well.
Yeah, and we haven't. So I think one of them. I think Ronan dodged the coffin room, right?
Yeah. So like I
Entirely,
know
just
one of the
forgot about it.
keys. So one of the first key was behind the invisible wall.
Yep.
The second key was behind the Skulltula. And as long as the third key doesn't require either ZL or bomb mag, i.e. the coffin.
The coffin.
Yeah. All 3 of those are accessible without either ZL or bomb bag.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So that's wisdom. That's a little concerning for Ronan, though. I don't know if he forgot that room, didn't peek the chest down there, didn't do dead hand room.
Yeah. They skipped quite a bit in well.
Yeah. There's a lot in bottom of the well, and we'll see those from Jax here. One of the dangerous things about this, you'll see that there's a little timer on Ronan's side under the Triforce pieces, where we'll mark those. Ronan has the advantage, and Jax might be feeling pretty confident, 30 minutes in, finding a first piece. So we'll see. Jax also likely to end up doing the Composer Grave Torches, which Ronan, ended up leaving behind.
Now, I have a question. This one I actually don't know the answer to. So, Ronan finds the first piece, and let's say Jax, they are going into the well after this, so they're going to find their second piece, or their first piece. And Jax finds their second piece before Ronan finds their second piece. Who comes out on top of that?
Jax.
Jax would.
So, yep. The way it goes, we'll put that timer just so chat, you don't have to really think about this. Our trackers will keep in mind who would have the winning piece. So in Ronan's case, that piece is the winning piece until Jax finds a second one before If Ronan finds a second piece before Jax finds a second piece, Jax needs to find all 3 and win. And this is what I was talking about earlier. That 10 skulls can be so punishing. That strength on 10 skulls is a lot of information.
Yeah. And again, like, you look at how much time Jax invested in that, and it's not a short amount of time for 10 skulls. I mean, that is a 3-minute investment. However, just like everything in Ocarina of Time Randomizer, anytime that you do a check, there is risk and benefit, and choosing to skip checks is a choice, and it is a choice that some of the very top runners make. And you just have to accept that, you might lose a race or 2 every now and again if you choose to skip certain checks.
Yeah, and I mean, again, in this setting, 30, 40, 50 skull checks are off. The most you're collecting at any point in time is 20. And I would guess, as a strategic move, Jax has to know that that's a strength for them, for Ronan.
Yep.
Because skull collecting is hard to remember. Especially, fortunately, they have Sunsong. Like, 10 skulls with Sunsong, easy peasy.
Yeah,
I hate real life chickens, but I think people in this game should do it more.
Well, and I think the other thing to keep in mind is in doing 1v1s, you gotta know your opponent, right? I feel like of the two runners here, Jax definitely has more Ocarina of Time randomizer experience than Ronan from kind of the conversation that we've been having. And so Jax knowing that they could probably do a few more checks and still kind of end up in the same spot as Ronan definitely gives Jax some liberty to say, maybe I can do one or two of these slower checks and still be able to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. And something like a strength, we don't have a whole lot of our hints yet, honestly. So the way this works, we have up to 10 path hints and 1 guaranteed wanderer hint. We believe that we got a Temple of Time wanderer hint, which we are kind of expecting to be Requiem. Yes, Sir Nyquil. Sunken Silver Rupee Room is the toilet.
Okay, this is probably a small key.
Yep, that's kind of what we're expecting to see. Oh.
No?
Oh, no.
Letter?
If that's letter...
Well, then where's the third key?
Lake Hylia Wanderer. Okay.
We've seen 2 keys. I hate these keys.
I know.
So, just a hint for y'all. If you also hate these keys, what you can do is once you light the torch, go against the wall, Z-target, back up, backflip. You won't end up Z-targeting the keys, and you can get that letter or whatever that chest item is fast. So if you struggle with that, light the torch, walk to the wall, Z-target, back up, backflip, and you go right in.
So, an interesting thing to note here, because we have a bottom of the well path hint, it can only be that letter. Because there are multiple bomb bags available, probably. So we might see 2 bottom of the well hints eventually. If we do, the bomb bag also becomes path. But there is guaranteed. It's just like when you're seeing path items and Wath items. Ruto's letter is a completely unremovable item from this game to beat if you need it. So, you know, with another free bottle and lullaby, I'm gonna say it. Rush Ice.
I think maybe. Yeah, where do you go? Honestly, I think my first bet would be go to just beat DC and get into Ganon's.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly, as I'm thinking about it, like DC gets you a song, which is a wonder. Of course it's a big jet.
No, what is it? What is it?
Oh, it's a scale.
So, yeah. Luckily for Ronan, he found a piece before Jax. But missing a scale is really bad for Ronan just because of the movement that it opens up for you. And if there's one thing that Ronan could use, it is an advantage to the effect of being able to move faster.
And so the third key is bomb locked. It's the bomb locked one in the corner.
Yep, so that kind of further confirms that bomb bag is not the item that's hinted because it means there's multiple bomb bags removing a step.
Yep, otherwise that Triforce piece that Ronan found would be 2 steps and not 1.
Yep.
Interesting. Spicy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because this is the piece.
And there is
Um,
Jax on the board with the wisdom piece.
so I'm scratching bomb bag off of our potential courage thingies.
Hmm. Yeah, that scale adds information though. Again, that scale also could potentially be path.
Yes, Sir Nyquil. It is you throw your face into that corner, one single backflip, 4 side hops, and then hold forward or do a kind of a neutral roll forward, and that'll get you through all those obstacles.
Yeah, you put Link in that corner. Link is not baby. You stick him in that corner. No?
How many big chests have been in bottom of the well? Bomb bag, letter, scale, 2 sets of
Two
tubes.
twos.
So
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Just disgusting.
Yeah, letter wasn't technically in a big chest. Bloopy up there.
Yep. Oh, and cheese. You're right. You're right. 6. We counted wrong.
Oh, and cheese. The slice of cheese.
Das queso.
I don't know. I like calling it a Dorito better.
I do like Doritos.
Yeah, I prefer Dorito when I'm talking about my Triforce pieces personally, but do we ever talk about
Doritos.
the fact that
What?
the C buttons are like an inverted Triforce? Like,
No, and also I think that's just like how buttons work.
look, don't come at me with your I won't even call that logic. It's just a statement.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Zora's River still foolish. Where the hell are our useful hints? Lake Hylia's Wanderer?
Yep, we saw that already. That is, yep.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, sorry, Hell Knight. I didn't mean it. It's just buttons. Listen to Heaps and not me.
They're just buttons. You can make them whatever color you want.
That's true. They both just happen to have like vanilla parts and buttons. Though Jax does have purple magic, which I like. Like that is an amazing purple for magic.
They have some great colors set up there. Curious, and I think the one thing that I will say about Ronin's playstyle is Ronin is getting into dungeons.
Yes.
I mean, because I'll go for it.
We haven't even covered the fact that our Triforce pieces can only be in dungeons.
Correct. And so, well, there's a free scale for you. So it's not scale.
It's not
unless
scale.
It's gold scale.
They're equally bomb locked.
No, because that's strength locked. You can get strength at 10 skulls. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying you've got a strength, you've got bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so two scales could be something.
Yeah. 2 scales, if there's something on Lab Dive, which Lake Hylia, Path of Wanderer, probably not likely to be something exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Because our path to the Triforce pieces will take priority over Wanderer.
Exactly.
If we have 2 Wanderer, it means there's already enough overlap between power and courage. The fact that wisdom was in bottom of the well, which was hinted on path to courage, like, oh no,
What?
boomerang.
But
Boomerang.
like,
I hate Jabu.
It can't be Jabu. I mean, there could be an item in Jabu, but we know that Jabu can't have a Triforce piece.
So you've got your storms.
Because letter, I mean, because there's so 10 skulls get you a scale.
No,
And
strength.
yeah, 10 skulls to strength
Pretty-
get you a scale, and the
Can
bomb
also
bag.
be-
So 2 scales are available that are independent of each other. So getting 2 Jabu is 0 steps. Letter gets you 1 step, and ring gets you another step. Yeah, no, and so like can't be
But
Jabu.
it gets us potentially another item.
Yes, because we know letter. It's either letter or gold scale at this point.
You also left out.
Huh.
You left out storms as a step.
Oh, sorry, storms. But even then, like, well, where was letter?
Doesn't
Letter
count.
was letter ZL locked?
Yeah. No, letter was in the coffin.
Oh, it's coffin. Oh, okay. So it's storms, letter, ring. We know bombs aren't it, so that's only 3 steps to beat all of Jabu.
Yeah, our scales are an additional step locked. One of them is strength and or bomb locked, and the other one is lullaby locked.
But doesn't that mean
So
that like it nullifies out the steps because you can get either without having to use the other?
Yeah, but one of them is potentially... So the dead hand one is interesting because even though lullaby can't be hinted as a path item, it still counts as a step. So it means that that scale has an additional step, whereas the DC compass one doesn't. They don't lock each other. It's just if it turns out something is on lab dive, which again, because it is wanderer, it shouldn't. It should be another strength. It should be another
See, this is where things get
Stadium?
hot, Carbo. Because you could also just find a second bomb bag somewhere, and then you've got ZL, and that's just as good.
And again, I expect us to find another bomb bag that is not bomb locked in any way.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
100%. Oh, yeah. Jabu is too low of something being in Jabu though.
Totally possible.
Like our hook shot could be in Jabu.
Yeah, and the reason why we can confidently say there's another bomb bag out there is because bottom of the well Triforce piece is 1 step. And if that was the only bomb bag, then that Triforce piece would automatically be 2 steps. Because one of the 3 keys required to get that is bomb locked.
Yep.
So that's why we can say with 100% confidence there is another bomb bag out there somewhere.
Yep.
Where? Who the hell knows?
Who knows?
But it is somewhere, and it is accessible without another bomb bag or form of explosives.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Oron sword. Very nice. Nice find.
Okay, walk in the blue. Walk in the blue. Do it.
Where are you? Yeah, do it.
Do
Run
it.
in.
Do it.
Step in. Yep.
Go to the light.
Go to Ganon's.
Yeah. When he saved, I was like, is he gonna say quit out of DC?
I know. I was like, Ronan.
Buddy.
I didn't even want to like say anything because sometimes I get worried.
I do too. And again, like
No.
we were gonna mention this earlier, is that something that Ronan is doing very well is Ronan recognizes that the only thing Ronan needs to do is get Triforce pieces, and Triforce pieces can only be in dungeons. And so at the end of the day, dungeons are kind of the only thing that you need.
Yeah.
Jax did a lot of overworld cleanup, which will probably pay out in the long run. But for all intents and purposes, all you need are those dungeons and those pathings.
Jax is also almost entirely caught up here, fighting King Dodongo right now. not going to forget to pick up that prelude song check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which Ronan will probably remember, but it's a little concerning because it sometimes is confusing. The light arrow cutscene, as soon as you are in Temple of Time, it will deliver to you. The song is a different story. You have to go up to.
Do you wanna hear something spicy? It could be Song of Time if there's an item on Shadow Trial 1. Because Shadow Trial 1 can be accessed via hover boots, hookshot, or Song of Time. Spicy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Thank you for attending my TED Talk.
Mm-hmm.
I just, look. I hear your judgments. However, all I want to say is it's really cool when you can use Song of Time in Shadow
I was
Temple
gonna
1.
say it wasn't a judgment so much as I have yet to actually see that happen in a race. So like, big chest here.
Oh, boo!
And another bottle. And there is
Requiem.
that expected Requiem
Boo.
and light arrows.
Well, that was a
You hate to see
terribly
it.
useless. Okay, well, so with Ganons, we've gotten a bottle. Nice. Love that.
We don't need those. In this setting and very few others that are not Triforce Hunt, light arrows become meme arrows.
True.
Good times though.
Nothing so far. So we're gonna go up and get some Dynalphas? Lizal. I still don't fucking know the difference between the two. Honestly. If somebody can create a nice learning hook, like Lizalfos for
I thought
Huh.
I thought they were only Dynalphos like ended on this cavern. And
how
where
it
there's
works?
fire. So like maybe the ones in GTG are also technically Dynalphos.
But they're so Dynalphos are dinosaurs, but like they look the same. Like, is that a lizard or is that a dinosaur? I
That's
don't
a
fucking know.
Dynalphos. It's got spikes on it. Look at it.
What's the difference?
It's doing you know that creepy dinosaur that eats that guy in the first Jurassic Park movie, like
Oh yeah, totally.
that one.
Well,
Like
that
that's
was less productive inside Ganon's castle than I was expecting.
Yeah, I do not know if Jax knows Hookshotless Spirit.
Spirit Trial?
I suspect they do.
I did it once. Ever.
Oh, T Grenadier coming in with the information. Lizalfos are child enemies and Dynalphos are adult only areas. Which just begs the question further, what the hell is in Child Climb and Spirit? I mean, I suppose it's a Lizalfos because you're intended to do it as child, but like, what?
Lizalfos. See, their chat's coming in for you. They are Lizalfos. Because
Also, just to be even worse about this, like dungeon entrance randomizer. You're fighting everything at
you
all
know
ages.
what? Oh no. You've taken this too far. You are now officially overthinking this.
I don't think I'm overthinking anything. I think you're underthinking.
I think you should refill your glass of wine.
You're right, I should.
You should. Absolutely.
I didn't even say I was drinking wine. Heaps just knew.
I was about to say, and you are drinking wine, aren't you? And it's red, isn't it?
I am. No,
Yeah.
it's white. My
Oh,
glass
good
has
for
my name
you.
on it and everything. Like it's just chilling.
Good for you.
I have been working from my family's lake house all week. Life has been very hard, so
You
I'm
know, she
relaxing.
says that she's been working. I highly doubt that. I think
I
she's
have.
been working really hard on those bottles of wine.
Not during the day. Not while working.
That's fair.
So Jax, interestingly, opting to not do Child Spirit. Only one strength, so it kind of makes sense. Ranch to Courage. That
Ranch?
magic. That magic looms.
We got Magic and Minuet. Can't be Minuet. We already had Saria's.
Yep.
Magic to
Oh,
Courage?
just serenade out here at Colossus.
Okay, so Courage has to have a magic involved.
hmm
What the hell? But bottom of the well. Oh yeah, we already know. Never mind.
We knew that.
I got really excited there for a second. Why?
Magic?
Yeah.
Why not?
Also, you can't just say magic like magic.
So, interestingly,
Huh.
magic is one of our ways to get to Spirit Temple. We know that magic lends our long shot that we're almost 100% guaranteed to find as our way to get to GTG
Totally.
equals out Requiem.
Also, can I just mention how much I love this incredibly bold play of Jax right now?
Why wouldn't you? You know how to revert. Like, we were saying this earlier. Why would you not just do this? No bow and
Look
no
at
hookshot.
items. Look at their items. They have no bow, no hook, no double strength, no Song of Time. You can get like 3 chests.
And yet, you can peek the entire maze.
Yeah, but like, it just feels bad. Like, you want to be walking in here with at least 2 out of your 3. Either like, well, actually, hookshot doesn't matter. But
You
like,
want
either
to?
bow, Song of Time, or strength 2. Like,
Yeah. Certainly, you want to, but I like this play. I think this is smart because you can do a lot of this. I believe Jax knows how to do the hookshotless Silver Rupee room.
you would
Yeah.
hope so if you're gambling this hard on GGG.
If you're gambling, yeah, if you're gambling a reverse like this, but it's not a gamble is the thing. This is a path location, and it will answer so many questions for you.
I think I would
where you
be
need to go.
I would be more inclined to do Ice Cavern at this point. I think that would be the first place that I would go.
Yeah, but you already have Minuet. It is easy to get to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, but Ice Cavern could get you things like a hook shot. It could get you things like a bow. And we know that Letter is on a path to something at some point in time. It's much better than committing to Jabu, because fuck that.
Yeah, Jabu is interesting in this because So, we have not talked about this either. There are a couple of dungeons that have their shortcuts turned on. Forest Temple and Jabu. Jabu is not one of our 2 medallions that get us Light Arrow cutscene to get a useful item, unfortunately. Oh, was that our 3rd bottom of the well hint?
Was it?
Or have they both just seen... No.
I think they just there's
No, that was
one.
for 2. Okay. Thanks, chat.
I was like, was it a 3rd?
I don't know. You think I can count?
You think I'm paying attention? When have I ever paid attention on comms?
I pay attention for about 30 seconds around while I finish explaining what's just happened, and then it's gone.
Ooh, I like this bomb strat. That was delightful.
Murdering Link to get somewhere faster.
You know, like, I'm here for it.
I'm here. I'm here for it.
Oh, sorry. Just stretching my legs. Sacred Forest Meadow
Forest
path to...
Well, there's our storms, folks. Storms hinted.
Huh. I wonder what piece that leads to. It's a mystery.
Mystery.
Just wowee.
And Ronan, it looked like just some cash, but...
Did it? I had no idea what it was.
Gold rupee, I think.
Oh, this is the worst way to fight this lady.
Yeah. No hook shot. Wait, Jax, you have Big Goron sword. Maybe they skipped it.
Did they? No, it was on King Dodongo, right?
Jax didn't pick up the King Dodongo? Oh.
Ooh.
That is a thing.
That just feels bad.
It feels bad. And one of the things...
Oh no, Jax does have it? Thank God.
Just hasn't equipped it. Just forgot that they have it. Okay. Because we joke all the time that Big Goron sword saves you 30 minutes. When you have a 2-hour time limit and half of that is gone, by the way, happy 1 hour, everyone.
Hey.
We'll do shout outs after this. It saves enough time that it's worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just right in front of you.
You save about 2 to 3 seconds an enemy. Just by nature of Dynalphos being 2 hits instead of 3, Stalfos being 2 hits instead of 3, Iron Knuckles being 5 hits instead of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And like Phantom Ganon, for example. Forest Temple is one of our path locations. Phantom Ganon likely to have a key in these settings with that shortcut on. Oh, baseball bot, thank you. Shoutouts to our runners, Ronin Traveler, and jaxstronomy. Our trackers, Artificial Red, Baseball, and Marava. And Heaps, who is dying.
Baseball bot. Good
Baseball
fuck.
bot.
So
wait, did I win like all of the points earlier? I'm sorry. I just noticed I have like 25,000.
Yeah, you won. You won. Like a shit ton of points.
Was I the only one who bet in that category?
Yeah, you must have been.
Apparently. Never mind my ADHD, folks. I was just going in to also thank our trackers.
Drink more wine. It's gonna be okay. Just drink more wine.
I can feel and hear your judgment.
Me? Never. It's kind of a shame. Jax is not gonna be able to get enough small keys here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
And so, I mean, first off, the game is dumb. Again, it expects you to waste keys on a side of the maze. You're not going to. We don't have Song of Time, but we can still get that information.
But I'm just trying to think here, like, how are we gonna get a second? Like, even if Wolfos has a key, where are we gonna find a second key?
Oh, did Jax do both left and right before coming in here? That's rough. Clink. Oh, I'm sorry, Math Man Dan. I didn't mean to take your points. I mean, I
Ooh,
kind
big
of did.
chest.
That's why I
Hold up.
gambled.
Hold up. Aw,
Didn't we say that already? Is
boo.
that bottle percent?
We
Why are
don't
we
need
at
a
bottle?
fourth bottle. Does it look like we need a fourth bottle?
We definitely don't need a fourth bottle. That's 2 Poe bottles, too, interestingly enough.
No, and no big pull bottles.
Nope. Which just, where are the bows? And the hook shots?
Ice cavern.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think rushing ice was a good play. I like this by Jax still because I think this is pushing what advantages they know that they have. But failing hookshotless here. Oh.
So, if you're having troubles, there are some really good setups. One of them is you go against that. God, it's so hard to point out. Just like point out. But the wall to the left of Jax, if you crouch stab once, side hop, shield turn, crouch stab twice, it lines you up perfectly every time. And definitely recommend that if you're going to be doing hookshot with GGG, that you learn a setup for the spacing here, because it's just because otherwise you're going to get in the situation like where Jax is at trying to guess, and you're going to bleed seconds.
Yeah, this looks right though.
I think that was correct spacing.
Yep. So Ronan, now equipped with that slingshot, going to do Child Spirit, which I really like as a play. And I am so surprised Jax didn't do it, but since the plan was to reverse. Yep, get it that second time.
Here's the problem though. Getting the rupees is one thing. You gotta get past this firewall now.
Yep. And there is a setup, that is not the one that I usually see, but nice.
Slick. I'll take it. Second try. Easy.
Yep. And honestly, getting that serenade. Oh, Ronan? Okay, yep. Setting up for Child Spirit.
I'm a big fan of. I have a visual cue that I use there. And again, like honestly, at the end of the day, there are so many different setups for lots of different things. You can do ESS turns. You can do visual cues. You know, there's so many different ways that you can do these tricks, but find something that works for you and be good at it and be consistent. Like that is how you start to really shave time off. Is you got your set of tricks and you know them and you're consistent.
Yep, Jack showing off our nice ground jump there to get beyond the wall that you would usually hook shot over.
Come on, please be a second key in here.
Oh, big chest. So this chest, hammer locked. Again, GTG logic, they expect you to have your Megaton hammer in this room. Which, this could be big for Jax, because if that hammer is anywhere behind a nice little, you know, whoopsie-daisy of logic and items.
Get fucked.
Get fucked. Blue t-shirt for your troubles.
That's so disappointing. That's just like, God, after all of that trouble that Jax went into.
Yeah. Genuinely one of the worst things that you run into. Jack's going to do lab dive, it looks like. Probably hoping for a bow or a hook shot.
Just trying to see, did we see if that was a big chest on the staff was here?
I did not. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I got into GGG out of logic and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Which, I mean,
Oh.
it's possible. Remember when I said there's always one in Water Temple?
So what the hell is our Wanderer item in Lake?
So, I mean, it's probably on fishing.
Like adult fishing, yeah.
Yeah, and there is a big chest here. You're just gonna have to, yep. Ride or die this, Ronan. You're already here. There is a bow.
Yes! Child spirit.
Child spirit paying out.
So, Wanderer could be for a bow?
So, we also have not talked about the fact that, honestly, both of our hook shots could just be in lake, behind a beam, with our scales and our bombs.
God, that would be bitchin'.
Because even though river is foolish, that does not apply to anywhere that you would plant beans. Just saying.
Yeah. No, and Jax is gonna get real annoyed by these big chests.
Yep.
And finds a slingshot and a bow bottle. And could you imagine being Jax at this point? You've put in all this work, and you have found a sword tunic and a bow bottle and a second slingshot.
Yeah. If I were Jax, I would firmly expect a minuet out of this grotto. And yeah, technically, if it were to end right now, the way that it is currently, Ronan will win this. 49 minutes is way too much time, especially in this format, to even guess at who will win this ultimately, but...
Yeah. Yeah, we're past the halfway point. And we got some work to do on these paths. We cannot access Fourth Temple. We cannot access either GTG or the Ganon's Castle path. That's 3 locations that we need for pieces that we don't even know where they might be.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so one of the interesting things is we did end up with a path to wisdom. We know that is storms. We know that storms led to Rudo's letter. The scales don't lock each other. They were not both required.
You know where I have a feeling that I know where the power piece is. I think it might be water. I mean, think about it. If that GTG was truly for Azora's tunic, we know double hook shots in the works. If Ganon's has iron boots, that's it.
Chat, did I not say there's always a piece in water? Like, did I hallucinate that? Yeah, so storms for letter. It will not be bombs. We had a bomb locked key. Correct. And the Triforce piece we had was locked behind bombs. It cannot, there has to be another bomb bag available. That is a bomb locked bomb bag. Bomb or hammer locked.
Yeah, I was about to say, until we find hammer, yeah.
Yeah.
Jastar, you mean this one?
It is sometimes on River Chest in Wander Temple.
Shut up, Math. Nobody asked you. Math Mandan is referring to the seed that I lost to Mel because I did river at an hour river chest in water temple at an hour 52. And Mel was like, "Oh, I'm sure Heaps did this like 30 minutes ago," as I was like doing everything but water temple.
Oh no.
It's an aggressive form of love.
Yeah. We love Math Man Dan.
Yes. Truly, genuinely.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, we know that our 2 hook shots would then become separate path items for access to that tunic. It would mean that our wallets are not available, which is harder. The wallets, we have 1. Not having 2, harder. But yeah, I am thinking genuinely that there is a hookshot in Ice Cavern. But it hasn't been hinted yet. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, because I keep thinking, like, we gotta get into forest. And at this rate, either both hook shots are available, so neither one's going to really be hinted along the courage line, or that Rudo's letter is going to lead to that.
Yeah. So the fact that we have 2 wanderer hints means that something is not being hinted because there's overlap. So in this case, interestingly, Storms was hinted for wisdom, which we know leads into that bottom of the well for courage.
Yep.
Item.
Oh, for wisdom. Oh, yeah, but also leads to courage line. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, Jax was just opening up Crater to do these checks.
Just such Jax, isn't it?
Ronan is gonna go do child domain checks, it looks like.
Oh my god. Imagine. Well, maybe this is turning in letter. Go do ice.
Ronan did not get letter.
Maybe this is Ronan doing Jabu.
Ronan does not have letter or boomerang.
Maybe this is Ronan doing Unfreeze King Zora.
And is a child, and I know you said that just to get a correction, but no!
Yes! Yes!
So a bow. That's probably the other bow.
My money's on hookshot.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, I also bet hookshot on bottom of the well, and that didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, but it makes more sense. So it makes more sense path count wise. So our steps that we keep talking about, it makes so much more sense that one is in Jabu.
Yeah, which is going to be hilarious. Asterisk. Because Jax is going to head to ice after this and see that hint and go, are you fucking kidding me? The one thing I will also say that I'm surprised about is, did either of them pick up blue fire?
In Ganon's, no.
Ganon's.
I don't think so anyway. There's a chance Jax did and I just missed it.
I definitely am like looking at this like, anytime you go into Ganon's castle with an empty bottle. Oh no, there's blue fire right there. It's literally on his inventory screen. Their inventory screen.
Okay.
So yes, Jax did in fact do.
Great.
Because what I was gonna say is, anytime you are in Ganon's castle and you're doing water trial and you have an empty bottle, just grab blue fire. Because more than likely you are going to want to do ice at some point in time. And that means that you can unfreeze King Zora on your way and save yourself quite a bit of time. by doing what you were already going to be doing anyway.
And you can do it on the way in.
It's so great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come on, Ronan. Get it. Come on. Be a hook shot here. Do it. Aww. Ooh.
I'm gonna like, yeah. The bow was in child spirit. And Bomb 2 Bowling is dead.
Yeah, so big pose. The way that we have big pose set up in most randomizer seeds is you only need to catch one big po. And conveniently, there's one right outside of the Hyrule Castle gates that are like broken down. And so it's really easy to just like grab that one po, check, you're done. Other times that bottles are useful, of course, there's Rudo's Letter, but that's like a requirement, so there we go. Skulls, especially on 50 skulls, having a bottle is godsend. And then, of course, as we talked about Blue Fire. So there's 4 different kind of uses of bottles in the seed. Of course, like the fish for getting the job.
Yep. Yeah, and as Red is pointing out, logically, you are required to have opponents to do big pose, so we are not expecting big pose to have anything of use today.
Mm-hmm.
Not worth it.
There is a glitchless way to be able to spawn a big po without opponents, and if you have quick shooting, you can be able to kill that big po. And there's like certain odds of a non-opponent big po spawning if you're just standing there versus ways to like manipulate it to try to get better odds for big pos. So there's lots of things that go into like glitchless versions of being able to do big pos without actually hitting opponents. But I'm pretty sure exactly like what you said, Mel. The steps are too low and opponents is too deep. Nobody's gonna be doing that.
So Ronan appears to be going to do Night Cack Skulls. I can't imagine that he's going back into bottom of the well, but he does have more sticks. There's a chance. So interestingly, if you're talking about big po spawn rate, the one right by the drawbridge is closer to 40% without Epona. So it's, you know, in theory, you've got a 1 in 3 chance, but
yeah.
Ronan, Dompe time is a little tighter than this. If that is what you are hoping for. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many things to remember. When you're a newer runner, not child fishing. Damn.
No, we'd already seen child fishing on Ronan's side.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Oh, no. Or did Ronan fail to do child fishing? Ronan was in there fishing at one point in time.
Ronan is back in bottom of the well. Let's see what he chooses to do. There is another stick in here, so if he's concerned about fighting Dead Hand, there is another one.
Yep, right when you get past this first invisible wall, it's the pot on the left, is that stick.
And yes, Jax is gonna do Jabu here, definitely gonna sacrifice an emotional support fish. Sorry everyone, it dead.
I will say it is always good to know where your free sticks are. So some classic ones are bottom of the well, right when you walk in past that invisible wall on the left. Here, hi Jabu's Belly. Here in Zora's Domain, as you're hooking around that climb, there's sticks and nuts there. And also in Goron City, right as you're going from that basement floor and taking that first set of stairs, there's a pot there that has a stick. So always good to know where your free sticks are.
Okay, so when there is a small chest here in bottom of the well, it's really easy to set up broken sticks so that you don't
Oof.
have to waste all of your sticks. Ronan doesn't seem to know that setup, which will make this
No.
a near impossible fight, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no way. And goodbye, last stick.
Not the last stick.
I don't think it works.
I don't know if bombs work. I've never seen it, but Jax is going. I loved the little turnaround, by the way, Jax did there.
Does
Saw
this
the
work?
Jabba Jabba Wanderer and like processed it.
There's
while
no
running
way this works, right? Like,
No,
you
the
can't hurt him
hitbox
with
is
bombs.
way too.
Okay. I was like, am I missing something?
You might be able to if you explode it on time with Dead Hand's head in your face.
Just right in the face.
Just right in the face. So another change in these settings, the vanilla boomerang chest is is turned off. Jax is going to be doing all of these checks in here because there's a strong chance even both hook shots are in here, honestly.
Wait, hold on. The vanilla boomerang chest is turned off?
Yes.
Oh. Today I learned.
Say maybe Ila's in chat and could correct that, but I am 99% positive that that's true. Boomerang, chest, skull mask. There's a couple other.
You know, maybe I should have read the document.
Before racing me.
Oh, God. You know, at one point in time, I was top 64. Now I'm
On
just...
an Xbox controller.
And now I'm just getting fucking reamed here.
We saved
I'll do a comms match.
Comms race. I'll do a salty run back.
Yo, put me in, coach.
Oh, Emo's here? What? And yeah, I mean, there's a chance, honestly, following the steps too hard can hurt you in these settings. Oh, big chest.
Oh my God.
So
Are
just so
you
everyone,
fucking kidding me?
just so everyone is aware, that Goron tunic and the wallet, they cancel each other out. So that could very well be our Wanderer item.
I'm so angry. I'm
So when I
just
was-
like... I am like... My blood is boiling right now because we know
This is
Fire
the
Temple's
shit that
pairing
happens to you all the time.
all the goddamn time. I'm like, I'm gonna make a smart move by following the Wanderer and getting me that hook shot, and then I get a fucking Goron tunic.
Let's
Jax,
talk about
I
the fact,
feel you.
though, if that is in fact... No, there's no way that could be our Wanderer. Could it?
Yeah, absolutely, it could. Yeah, because remember, Wander doesn't actually have to point towards the pieces. It just has to be an item that is duplicated somewhere else by some other means.
Yeah, so Alex is asking the question that I guess I'm asking. Fire is barren. Fire completion only requires access to Fire Temple and a hammer, because we have boss keys on, meaning you don't need to find a boss key. Tunic logic requires that you have to go past that lava room in Fire Temple for keys or items. And that is not the case in these settings.
Tunic is required to beat Volvagia.
What? No.
Yep. Yeah, Tunic's required to beat
Logically?
Volvagia. You try to beat Volvagia without a Tunic.
Chat, can you tell me if that is true that logic expects you to have a tunic to beat Volvagia?
Yes, it does.
So hovers to get to evolve would necessitate what? No.
Yeah.
No.
Look, you expect newbies to be able to beat Volvagia on 5 fucking hearts without a Tunic?
No. I am saying that logically it's not a requirement.
It totally is. Because remember,
No
logic plays to the lowest denominator.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
today, a year and a half later, I learned that apparently the tunic is a logical expectation to fight the fire snake. That's insane.
Is it though? Like,
that means we need Nocturne.
That probably means we need Nocturne. Yeah. That's kind of what I've been gathering. Is the piece, the courage piece is probably in Shadow Temple. So
Literally,
my bets are power pieces in water, courage pieces in shadow.
Yeah, behind hovers to add the extra step.
Yep. It's gonna be Hook, Zora, Irons, something dumb, ZL. I don't know.
We always talk about the wallet because we need the tunic to go past the lava room into deeper fire. No one ever talks about needing it to fight the fire snake.
Well, yeah, because that's the boring part of logic. The fun part of logic is
insane.
What?
Hey, fire.
I don't know anymore. What's happening?
Spins available.
This sucks.
Fire arrows are a stronger wanderer.
Mel, you mad? Yeah, Mel is mad because she learned about Fire Temple logic and then come to find out it might not have even been the whole reason why Jabu was fucking Wanderer in the first place.
Spirit key logic.
At this point it could be. Honestly.
I cannot believe that fucking a year and a half I've been watching this game, and most of that I've also been tracking and doing comms.
I think my favorite part is the fact that you doubted me on that.
Not a single fucking time have I heard this come up. Until just now.
I was so confused. I was like, why are we having this argument? Like, of course you need a fire tunic to beat Volvagia. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I need the tunic to beat Volvagia. Fuck that. I need the tunic or 10 hearts and shoes to beat Volvagia without a tunic.
I don't.
Yeah, fuck off.
Love you, Mel.
No.
I don't know if we're gonna see another piece in 28 minutes. I'm truly worried about this seed.
T is loving this. T's awake at what, fucking 5 a.m. T, why are you awake?
T,
aren't you sick? Go back to bed.
Mama and Papa Silver Gauntlets here are telling you to go back to sleep.
So Ganon's is a path to power. So one of our hook shots being in Shadow Trial 2, possible. We know there's a bow available in Child Spirit. Jax has not been there yet. Ooh, I would wake up for that too, T. That sounds awesome.
I think you just need to get to ice. Like, y'all need to get to ice, like ASAP-a-rooney. Especially now that we know it's in Jabu. And we know that Jabu is not helpful, and that Rudo's letter is almost certainly on the path to courage. You book it.
Okay, can I point out though that courage path. We got our magic. We got a fire source. We have a bow available in Child Spirit. Ganon's castle. Path to power. Probably some overlap there. Shadow 2 having our hook shot, one of them. Not a bad shout, honestly. But where are the hovers then?
Well, where are the hovers, and what the fuck is in Forest Temple?
The other hook shot.
Probably, honestly.
Just to make it less ambiguous that they are each a separate step.
Just a big middle finger to the seed.
Honestly, all of this is kind of trash, and it's very interesting. Jax is making some very unaggressive plays, I would say.
Yes. For how little time we have left, you should just get into every single dungeon that you can and start power cleaning.
Yeah. Yes. We saw Zora Tunic. Jax is absolutely planting a bean. Again, Lake as one of our wanderer locations. So very likely to have either a bow or a hook shot.
Yeah, I think you just gotta power clean at this point. You are 25 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
You got one piece, and I mean with the 1, 5, and 6. If I only had one piece, I would be pissing my pants right now.
Yeah. So
I'd be like my opponent has to have at least 2.
So Ronan seems to have completely forgotten that the coffin room exists in bottom of the well. Did not get that letter. Did not beat Dead Hand because didn't have enough sticks. And that boomerang, honestly, poor Ronan is probably killing him inside a little. Just wondering.
Well, knowing that Jabu's path to wander and finding boomerang and no letter, you're just like, what?
Yeah, we did see lab dive. It was nothing. Jax is planning a bean. Having Serenade is so nice for this kind of shit.
You know what would be the icing on this shit cake for Jax's current position? Is if Lake highly bag.
Or a wallet.
Or wallet. I think
other wallet.
Just stab you in the heart. You went through all of that goddamn work. You got a Goron tunic, fire arrows with no bow, and a wallet.
The worst. It could also be a hammer.
A hammer wouldn't be much better.
But in theory, knowing, based on our hints, we suspect that we need Nocturne. Hammer gets us that, so. But it also unlocks another bomb bag.
I've done 2 of the asyncs now. I've done 3 seats total. So I'm gonna need you to do more. Like, what?
You did really well on the asyncs.
I did well on the first one. I did not do well on the second one. The second one is the one that like sent you all over, but in reality it was just 2 pieces in bottom of the well, and if you rushed it, you just won.
See,
and like me and Ella got 2-0 were in like the 130s, and then like a bunch of people who gambled hard were like in the 105s. I was like, well, okay, fine.
Yep. So Jax is going to be showing us Adult Lake here. We will see, unless it's on Shoot the Sun.
Oh, that would be dirty as hell.
Lon Lon Ranch had magic and minuet.
Oh,
there's the hook shot.
You
No, Jax, don't bail.
fucking kidding.
Jax, don't bail. I mean, I get this. I respect it because Forest is another path. I also suspect Jax will be going to Ganon's castle as soon as they find anything in forest.
I support this. What are you gonna gain from Longshot? Except for, you know, the possible piece that's in Water Temple. I still think power's in Water Temple.
I mean, again, I am very vocal. There is always one in Water Temple.
It just makes sense. It just, like,
21 minutes left. Oh, is it right here? Can we just, like, nice and easy get out of here?
What a fucking middle finger there.
God, Jax is just finding all the shit. It's just so bad.
On a silver platter, just so much shit.
A silver gauntlet? What?
Silver platter. Oh, come on now. Behave yourself.
No. I haven't for like an hour and 40 minutes. Why would I now?
Yeah, hookshot's only locked by bombs. We're pretty sure. Like, bombs are scale.
Yeah, so here's the thing. There is a non-bomb lock scale. So those equal out as far as getting that hook shot.
Like, yeah, there's so many ways we get that hook shot.
Hook shot is first step. Because our access to Forest Temple canceled each other out. Our access to Beans to get the hook shot canceled out.
Just where's the second hook shot? Because that's Wanderer. The hook shots don't lock each other.
So this is what I don't like. Jack's not doing adult fishing too.
I wouldn't have done it.
I mean, I get that because honestly, it's such a time investment.
And you have 20 minutes.
You have 20 minutes, and honestly, it is likely that the other hook is hook locked to make it, again, unambiguous. Mm-hmm. But that then does not support it as a Wanderer. And Lake Hylia is Wanderer, and the only thing there was a hook shot. Meaning that the other hook shot can't be hook locked. Rush Don John.
Who's Don John?
Yeah, and
what
Don John? Rush Don John?
Who Don John?
Don John?
Who that?
That where Jax is. Don John.
Oh, is that the name of the dead hand here?
Dungeon. It's Dungeon.
Oh, it's Dungeon.
Ooh. I might have been molding a little bit about the tunic logic, but...
Don John.
Don
John. Really?
Dungeon.
We call him Don John. Please just put me out of my goddamn misery. Why do I have to do? Why the fuck did I sign up to do comms with you?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I messaged Heaps earlier today, like, hey, Silver Gauntlet needs it. Oh, big chest.
And I was like, I'm on a date, and she's like, I don't care. Cancel your date. We gotta do comms.
Yeah, I didn't say cancel the date. We already had plans to do a race if this wasn't happening. I've got receipts.
Are we racing after this?
No. No.
Honestly, I got to, my love life is basically rando at this point.
Oh, another big chest. So many big chests. Yeah, so in the...
Fuck this seed.
Jax has to be just dying inside.
God, Russia's GTG against medical advice. And like, what is their reward? A Zora tunic. Fine, we don't have a second wallet, so whatever. It is what it is. And now we have a second wallet.
Oh, We've got 2 wallets and 2 tunics.
I hate
Jax
this
is
game.
being baited to hell. Okay, and a pump bag.
And he can't keep going because he doesn't have a bow.
Yep.
Oh my god. So Jax has made pretty good plays this whole seed. And this seed just gave them the biggest fucking middle finger. Like,
Yeah.
this is what you get for trying this seed.
Yeah. This is what you get for... Oh.
Oh my god. There aren't what could this be? Second magic at this point?
This is their second
Here
match.
comes a fourth bomb bag.
Oh.
There it is. And that is what I was thinking. The second we found fire arrows, I was like, this isn't about shadow. This is about spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying it kind of in chat and memeing, like, spirit key logic always plays a role.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you were right. Like, how many things can actually be locked by magic? There's really not a whole lot.
Yeah,
And
it's
so...
just our Epona.
Uh-huh.
All of Epona.
I still think that Ice Cavern there is something there.
Yeah, that hookshot gives Jax a lot of movement in Ganon's castle, though, now. So, with 15 minutes left, not a bad place to come figure out. The really, really sucky part, though, is not having a bow to use those fire arrows with for Shadow Trial.
And
So
honestly,
this is a really good choice.
So we know that we can't find a second hookshot in here. Because hookshot's Wanderer. And this is all hookshot locked.
Well, again, that's why I think maybe you just take the hit and do adult fishing to find out for sure. We have an undone check in Adult Lake.
So
it could be a bow or a string. Oh.
Irons. Long shot.
Long shot.
Ooh.
So that confirms even more. It's a bow or a strength on adult fishing.
I would go straight to water. I would do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You go straight to Water Temple.
Having Serenade Gold Scale Long Shot, I think that's a very good play here.
Oh, you're missing one piece? Oh, you book it straight there. Also,
that does give you access to Shadow Trial too. Oh, you don't have hoppers. Never mind.
Yeah, no hoppers for magic source.
Hey, Tobias, thank you. I was trying to say Lake Hook could not be Wanderer because we do have an undone check there. It was possible. And Jack's doing what we were talking about, just going straight into water because it is a dungeon, and frankly, it fits the path steps now even better.
I don't...
So, one thing
yeah, you're right. We need to see Olive Water before I can... But that is interesting, or Lake, but it is interesting that Lake got chosen as a Wanderer and not as a path.
Because there's something on adult fishing.
Or, wait, so, because the other thing that I was thinking of is that technically that hook shot is path for two different paths. It's path for
here's the thing. Our second hook shot was hinted as a path item. Yes. So there should be a Lake Hylia path as well.
Absolutely.
Or because accessing the hook shot is 0 steps. We have bombs, we have scales, we have strengths, all of which kind of cancel each other out. And yeah, there are still two. Yeah, the second hook is definitely a hook locked.
Definitely. 100% Tito.
So
Is
one thing
Ronan not playing Sunsong?
I think, yeah,
Or is Ronan thinking? Hopefully this is a thinking
yeah,
phase.
Ronan is thinking. I would say the hardest thing for Jax here, not having Song of Time or irons or a bow, which are those kind of crucial items that add steps because of water temple key logic.
Are we doing glitchless jumps here?
Yeah.
Let's go!
And in these settings, water gold scale
Oh, so close.
gold scale entry is not in logic to avoid kind of shenanigans where you just walk in and beat Morpha. Oh.
Come on. Come on, Jax. I want you to get this.
So Ronan was wasting time of day for either Night Skulls or Dampe Digging, it seems. Unfortunate, because Sunsong was available pretty early.
Which, again, is interesting. Ronan is still in the lead at this point.
Yes, Ronan, again, there are 10 minutes left. If Jax does not find a second piece, Ronan's going to take game 2 here. And Jax setting up for our gold scale water.
Yep, getting the correct wall here.
Yep. Yeah, there's a big chest in here.
The interesting thing, though, is that this big chest is not long shot locked, only hook shot locked. There it is.
There's always one in water. Always.
That's GG's.
Yep.
So I would bet that GTG had iron boots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Our iron boots kind of had to be in GTG because it gets us our 1-2 steps for the long shot. It gets us our third step for our iron boots. It gets us ZL as a fourth step to change the water level.
We know it can't be bomb bag.
It was probably key logic adding a bow or a second strength or something. We probably won't have an answer for that, but I'm pretty sure that that's our 5-step power piece.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably some silly 5th step somewhere.
Yeah, it's just gonna end up being key logic behind something.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, it's probably Song of Time in Ice Cavern to get you keys in GTG, adding Rudo's letter as a 5th step.
Ah. Who knows? But water, honestly, truly, water just made sense. Like, once you got that second hook shot in Ganon's castle, it's just like, you've got 2 scales, you've got 2 hooks. It hit that 5 to 6 range. It checked out pretty nicely.
Yep.
Crazy though that Ronan was 10 minutes away from winning this.
Yeah.
As their second 1-to-1 match ever, and their third race ever, about won this by, 10 minutes left.
Yep. And I mean, good call on Jax's part. Like you were saying, you've got gold scale, you get your long shot. Why would you not just go water? But we were also wondering earlier, why didn't you just go ice?
Yeah, and I'm glad that we're doing ice. If nothing else, then I get to see what's in ice, and it makes me happy. It probably will not change the result of this game, but at least I will be satisfied. Yeah, so it's weird. I mean, Tobias, you're right. Like, hook shot, only a hook shot, only a hook shot is required to get that chest. But Mel's absolutely correct that we know that long shot is required for GGG, and it cannot be Epona's just simply because of where Epona's is.
No.
Oh, there they are.
No, that's hovers.
Oh, that's hovers. So maybe Rudo's letter to hover boots?
Nah, I really think it's just Song of Time out here in ice.
I think there's going to be another strength in here.
Another strength would be good too.
Another strength would make sense.
Yeah. Another strength would almost entirely get us Epona too. Like, Nocturne Vanilla, and we haven't seen Hammer yet. Our Zora Tunic, interestingly enough, is hammer locked. We have 2 wallets, but the check where we found that piece, as far as I know, key logic doesn't come into play.
Correct.
It's a non-key locked check.
Non-key locked, non-long shot locked. You literally just have to get into water and play Zia. And have some form of explosives.
Yep. So it's entirely the getting into water that adds steps.
Exactly. So we are almost certain that is the power piece.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think Jax will make it through Ice Cavern here to see if our Song of Time answers the questions we have, but I don't see Ronan getting into a dungeon before the time ends, but we will see if
I agree with you. And Ronan's boomerang is just doing whatever the hell it wants.
Boomerang's the worst. Honestly.
Boomerang is actually the worst.
Just kill everything with your slingshot and collect it with your boomerang.
I mean, that's what I do. I do the same thing with bow and hookshot. I kill skulls with bows and then grab them with hookshot. It's technically faster.
Yep.
Like, by a half a second at best. But it is technically faster.
Technically correct. Best correct.
Which is best correct.
So this is probably the first one of these that I have not seen Jabu foolish, to be honest.
Well, and I didn't realize that Jabu only had 3 checks. I mean, even Water Temple gains a 5th check by having Nobaski.
Yep.
And
Water Temple actually a better play in these settings because not only do you have your texture matches contents on, so you can peek almost everything, but you can literally just walk in with Longshot and beat Marfa.
Oh, isn't it delightful?
Just great.
Oh, are we doing glitches jumps?
Yep, sure are.
Yes! Oh! I can't even do that.
Clean setup.
Mostly because I choose not to.
Yep. Jax does some...
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, just give me a bomb bag.
Yeah.
Whenever I walk into Ice Cavern, what's up?
I said Jax is clearly hoping to not menu away the bottle.
Whenever I get into Ice Cavern, I'm like, just whatever it takes to get in and out of here as fast as possible. I don't want to be in here. You don't want me to be in here.
Yep. Yeah, Jax does some different setups than a lot of other runners. I know that they have some like wrist and hand issues, and so the controller kind of strains them while they're playing. So sometimes you see new setups that are like, oh, that's nice. Tell me more.
I think my favorite are the keyboard setups
Oh, so good.
where
I
you're
love
just like this hurts to watch, but I also understand why you have to do it this way.
Yep. I love watching keyboard players.
I really want to know what's in this chest here. Come on, be big. Be big. Don't be a disappointment.
The chest is trash and it's Song of Time.
It's a disappointment. Okay, well,
Hey, let's go.
all those people who rushed Ice Cavern are now disappointed in their hover boots and Song of Time.
It's heaps.
Just perpetual disappointment.
Perpetual disappointment. I think Jax probably knows at this point that they got this. They're a very strong logical player. So to kind of get the workaround on this, I am sure that they're probably feeling relatively comfortable with those two pieces. Song of Time doesn't necessarily make it faster, but it means that you get the keys you need because the game expects you to need them.
Now, if I was Jax at this point, I'd just run around in circles.
Yeah. I mean, Jax is gonna cross. Honestly, the worst thing is not having that bow from Child Spirit. There are no irons, Gastar. With what irons is Jax gonna do toilet? The irons are in GTG somewhere.
Look, just gold scale harder.
Just gold scale harder.
Jax almost put it out there.
Yep. And get your GGs in chat. As time runs down here, the runners will be dunning in race time. They will find out that Jax has in fact won by about 10 minutes with that second piece. And we'll see if they will join us for interviews, both of them US players. Probably not terrible time. Hey, Jax, welcome in.
Hey,
GGs.
Jax, GG's.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Burning question here. Did I miss the Lake Hylia path to power path?
Nope.
We did not see one.
My brain is broken
Ronan.
right now.
Welcome in, GG's.
Ronan, GG's.
GG's.
So,
Jax, I was sad.
My brain is broken right now. Why are you sad for me?
Welcome in, GG's.
Mostly because your ability to gather every
Jax,
I was sad for you, Jax. Without actually gathering
Why are you sad
for
me?
Useful item in the game was mostly because your ability to gather every single useless item in the game without actually gathering any single useful item in the game was solidly impressive.
If I one more key, I would have the strength. It really was. Also, can we talk about how terrible the key layout was in GTG?
Do you happen to have your streams open still? Everything is echoing.
If I really had one more key, I would have the the strength right now.
Jax, do I need a favor to have your stream still have the seat open as everything is echoing?
Let me close this out.
Adult fishing.
Yeah.
Because I think that will answer some questions. I think it's probably another bow or another strength.
Yeah, it's probably a bow or
Ronan kind of got lost in there, but welcome in, GG's. I do want to tell you, you had the lead until about 10 minutes left in this race.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Where was the hook shot? Like I was pulling my hair out.
This is the thing where I am. My brain is broken. You got Lake Kylie at a Wanderer, right?
Yeah, I found that.
It's on top of Lab, and Longshot is in Spirit Trial 1.
Oh my God!
I hook shot locked.
That is hard hook shot locked.
Yeah, so
I wonder if I missed
another
Hylia to something hit.
Another path hint.
Because I was thinking, I can just put off Hylia and do some other stuff because it's Wanderer. I'll probably come across something, and no, apparently it happened to also be Path.
Yeah, I had a funny feeling about Top of Lab, but I never managed to route because River was foolish. I never routed Beans back into it.
eventually I just cleared out Hylia because I was just like so stuck on anything to do. It was like, is that or go just to go get Song of Time and try getting the gauntlets from the right side GTG.
Yeah,
But yeah, this
are
one
missing, I think, 2 path hints. Based
I
on our
have
spreadsheet.
9.
1,
9
2,
including
3,
the
4,
Waterers.
5,
Including the Wanderers, yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9.
Okay, yep. So we're probably just missing the Hylia path for that hook shot, but we'll get an answer. Thank you, Jax, for doing fishing for me.
Of course.
So
I mean, I
curious.
had to feed my emotional support fish to Jabu, so we're just gonna get another
Which was
fish.
a real shame.
We
Yeah.
we talked about that. I'm like, the emotional support fish is
No!
gone. It's dead.
No, it's not.
Magic.
It's a piece of heart.
What?
Hey, where's the bow?
Hold on. Okay. Wait, so Ronan, are you still in the seed?
No, I have quit the siege.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
we saw.
Because Shoot the Sun is the only thing we're missing.
Yes, exactly. Where's a bow? Did we see a bow?
Child Spirit.
Child Spirit.
Child Spirit, okay. I didn't go Child Spirit because I was thinking that Wanderer thing was, yeah. I did not do Child Spirit.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and that probably would have helped a little bit. That probably would have gotten me through this a little faster. I would have had to go to ice, but oh well.
Yeah. So strength 2 would probably have to be our Shoot the Sun item.
Yeah. But I'm not
that
gonna
would track. Like
sure,
finding
why
strength
not?
1 on 10 skulls, like with like a minute and a half left, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm done now.
Yeah, I had that at like 30 minutes in. I just never got a chance to do anything with it because there wasn't much strength 1 locked.
No, because I found bombs in bottom of the well, and I was like, oh, all right, well, everything I would normally do with strength 1, I just blow it up.
Exactly. Yeah, strength 1 only deals with fire. Foolish. Forest. Yeah, not. I didn't go deep enough to be able to tell if it was foolish or not. Yeah.
Forest
But
was hint. I found the forest path hint. My thing, like,
you can't do anything about it because of the hook
half.
shot.
Like at an hour and a half, I was like, okay, I just need to get into a dungeon. I'm looking at I'm like, I can't get into anything, literally anything.
Yeah, the hook shot on top of lab like just sealed the siege shut behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The bow, by the way, is on the Stalfos side. It's not with the,
awesome.
the fire key sliding the torches, so you can just skip straight there.
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna go grab that and so you can see what Shoot the Sun is.
Oh, I got you. I'm like, because at this point, I'm invested.
So yeah, I want to know what's going on here.
Whatever makes you do it faster, I am here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just like, I am on this. We were doing this the other day with a match too. Like, throw me the seed, I will load it. We will get our answers.
Like I'm happy to get the answer here because.
Yeah, we really did. Thank you for going ice too, because it kind of answered our like, oh, it has to be Song of Time then to get us GTG like key logic for our iron boots for our 5 steps.
Wait, did you see strength 2 on the right side?
Yes, I did. I just couldn't get to it because I didn't have any keys.
Oh, we didn't see
I had one key. Strength 2 is on the right side. Yeah, the key logic was so ass.
That's it. So it's Rudo's letter to Song of Time to Strength 2. Strength 2 plus Mirror plus Magic.
I think that in some way Rudo's letter locks both of the remaining strengths.
Yeah. So I think both. Oh, because if our strength,
we saw that.
If our strength is here on Shoot the Sun, that means that they are kind of equally available, more or less, because Song of Time isn't Silver's locked.
My guess is it's going to be Hammer on Shoot the Sun.
And then there's the chest and hammer rocks.
Yeah, that was a Zora tunic.
Yeah.
Oh
no, the hammer rocks we haven't gotten to.
Hammer rocks chest.
Was that a big chest?
Yeah, it's a big chest.
What the hell, Seed?
We keep forgetting about Hammer too, because Hammer gave us another bomb bag.
Yeah, because there was the bomb bag in somewhere else, and then there was one in Ice Cap. No, where was it?
So
There was another one I got like
Wolfstrato,
for the end.
Forest Well,
Forest, yeah, Forest.
and Bottom of the Well. So technically 2 bomb bags in a well today.
Yeah, I think that Forest Well would, because of all the nonsense and the fact that we have so many scales, I think that means that it is Rudo's letter. Because I think Forest Well and the one in Well are equally accessible, quote unquote.
Yep. Yeah, they each are like 1 step basically. Neither locking each other.
It's like, why does it work like this? Because Zelda's a well-coded game.
And there's our silvers, yeah.
Yep,
Uncheat the
there we
sun.
go.
Let's
So
go.
my guess is that we're gonna be I figure High Spirit, it's got backflip chest, the chest right before Rova. I don't have Pierre set because I left. I'll go grab that because I want to see where it is. I'm not gonna fight Rova though.
Yeah,
what can do? I'll draw the line of recreational Rova fight. Let's put it that way.
But see, and it's the one thing that I wish that we got out of these seeds is closure. You invest 2 hours and you find 2 out of the 3 pieces, and then you're just like, without a spoiler log, it's like, do I A, finish the seed, or B, accept that I'm not getting closure on the seed and I have to be okay with that?
Yeah. I mean, I know. Like, I think
It's
there's
how I
3
feel
places
after
in the
those 2
game.
pieces.
Yeah.
It's like
So
our seed on Tuesday that said that 777. Like by the end of it, I was like, nope, I quit. I don't want to know where anything is. I'm done.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So honestly, with that bow, the other piece could also be in water.
I think that's not unlikely, but there's the Mirror Shield and Forest that I'm working off
Mirror
of.
Shield.
I was gonna say there's kind of this added step of that mirror shield, so Deep in Spirit would make more sense.
And the Jabu Wanderer is Fire Arrows for getting Firelock keys.
We're pretty sure.
But then what was the Rudo's letter for?
It was
for Song of Time.
Oh, wait, no, maybe it was bombs. I don't know. Oh god, my brain hurts.
Because that's where I'm confused. Is like Rudo's letter.
Do we need hovers for some dumb reason?
And that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe hovers? Question mark.
Maybe hovers for some dumb reason. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Right?
It's for Song of Time.
But then what does Song of Time lead to?
GTG keys.
GTG keys. Oh, GTG keys and the irons are deep there. Oh, come on.
That's my guess.
Yeah, Iron's deep, but Iron Boots are DLC, so why would we get those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This really wasn't Iron Boots or DLC seed. And of course I get the Hover Boots immediately after I fail the Gainer. Which is just like,
nice
great.
Bias.
Would have been nice to have. Alright. After I just failed that much times.
So, Ronan, you did great. Honestly, we were very excited when you found the first piece, just because we're all rooting for game 3s on everything. Sorry, Jax.
It's fine. It's fine. I understand that.
It's not a runner preference. It's just we're all addicted to this dumb game.
Fair.
Oh, I know how that goes for sure. Yeah, it was like I was feeling really good, and then just all of a sudden, like, went completely dry with items, and was starting to get into that, like, what do I do now? And I think part of my problem, I think I started flipping back and forth between child and adult a little bit too much.
Yeah, so one of the things that you ended up doing that we were very concerned about, it's very fortunate that there was another scale in DC because it gave us more answers. But you skipped a room in Bottom of the Well. The coffin room where you dive under the water.
Oh my god, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And that room had Rudo's letter in that coffin.
That was my okay. Because I was like, I found my piece, and then I dipped out, and then I went back because I'm like, when I got that bottom of the well path to courage, my brain was like, okay, well, there's a few things I didn't do, like dead hand, but
Mhm.
I don't have any items to fight him right now. Maybe it's the invisible chest in the back, and then
Yeah,
I
and the dead
completely spaced on the coffin room.
yeah, the dead hand chest had the other scale, which let Jax get into Water Temple. Out of logic in these settings. Just a reminder, folks.
Out of logic in almost all settings, in fact.
In no
Was there
entry.
something?
Well,
Was
Entry
there
is in
something in
it's
Spirit
logic.
in
Trial?
logic to get in. Yes, Spirit Trial was where the long shot was.
Okay.
Yep.
This is why I was I felt like I was going crazy until we just went through and did that a little adventure of going to get the strength off Shoot the
Yeah.
Sun.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, we were talking about, you found Hookshot 1. You appropriately went back to Ganon's castle, found Hookshot 2, and looked at the clock and were like, I have
I have to
12
make,
minutes left.
I have to make a play, yeah, because I knew there was a guaranteed piece here in Spirit, but you see how long this chain is taking. Like I'm still working on it right now.
Yep.
I'm just like I gotta make a play at this point. Hi, I don't want you. Go away.
Oh, fourth slingshot?
No,
Fifth
yeah,
slingshot. Kokiri
Oh,
sword.
Kokiri
Delightful.
sword.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
So
needed that.
Ronan, I'm curious. I was not able to catch your first match, but that strength on Skulls 1, do you think that uh like going forward you might push Skulls a little faster in a kind of shorter time frame setting like this, or how do you usually prioritize Skulls?
Usually for me with skulls, if I like, I generally tend to run them. Usually, if I don't start with a warp song, I'll run the meta of adult CAC graveyard, and then go child, and then do the Kokiri Forest and Lost Woods. Usually, if I
Sure.
find Boomerang or if Sun
Yeah.
Song is on is on my path, that's usually when I'll start routing skulls in, because in my mind, that's usually when the game is telling me if I've got one or the other. Like if the game gives me the ability to collect skulls as a kid, I feel like that's usually the game telling me I need to do it. But if I don't tend to find those items, that's usually when I'll kind of orphan skulls until I, come across them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The 10 Skulls track is in logic with nothing. So that's something you have to be careful about. But I was feel the early game was so dry that I was just like, okay, I need to just full clear stuff to find things. And that meant taking
Yeah,
a little extra time to get the skulls, which did put me behind probably sounds like it put me behind early game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, we were acknowledging that here, like in the long run, it probably pays off more because it's true, Ronan, you ended up doing a lot of overworld at the end there, just because there weren't very many items and it just slows down, unfortunately.
I wonder what this is.
Um,
Yep, there it
but
is.
yeah,
There it is.
Boom.
there we
Bonus. You get a
go.
bonus Triforce piece, everybody.
And that is courage found.
There it
Yeah.
is.
See, and this goes back to like what I like. I know there's a thing in one of the discords earlier. We're talking about low path counts versus high path counts, and yeah, I kind of tend to lean towards I prefer high path counts because they're at least a little more linear. So if you see something that's like 17, you're like, well, there have to be
Yeah,
items early for me to get.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
this, we're watching both of you. We have that benefit. So we kind of, I mean, I again have been very vocal. There's always a piece in Water Temple, and this seed did nothing to, dissuade me of feeling
Yeah.
loyally barking ways.
Yeah, how many seeds have you had? Like, what percentage of seeds that you've had where Water Temple has a piece, Mel?
100, literally 100.
That's fascinating because I've had zero. Like
And
Water
I
Temple
mean,
is always barren.
so I mean, admittedly, my sample size is like 7 or 8, but every single time there has been a piece in Water Temple, and almost every restream that I catch, there is a piece in Water Temple.
Honestly, that was me just like making a call. It's like, you know what? Long shot. That's to get to
Yeah.
GTG. IDK. I'm just gonna like say it's the irons in there because I don't see any way that the paths can work out otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean that's the thing to do, just get in dungeons because that's the only
Yeah,
places your
absolutely.
pieces
Like
can
that was my
be.
like as soon as I got storms, that was kind of that thought. I was like, because my brain was like, we can go do a few more checks and just remember that we have it. And then like I kind of had to kick myself a little bit and be like, no, just you got access to a dungeon, go now.
And honestly, Ronan, had Jax made the call to go ice and then water, like you would have won this. Jax, maybe you wouldn't have missed that jump and had to raise the water level back up. I wasn't going to mention that, but it became
Yeah,
important when I was talking about it here.
it's fine. I mean,
Uh,
I haven't practiced the gainer in a while. It just doesn't come up
yeah,
much.
but like my point is, time might have run out between doing ice first and that happening. Had you made a different decision when you got that long shot. Um, so
And again, also
it's
like
very
if I had
fun.
made the decision to go check out Child Spirit instead of abandoning it, I would have gotten the bow earlier and been done already.
Yep, yep. Also, very, very likely possibility.
So it's all
So
these
I
different
believe,
tons of different ways this could have gone because
yep,
this was a fun game.
yep. So Jax, that puts you in the main bracket, I believe. Ronan, you will be going to the Wanderer bracket, if I have that right. Someone correct me if that's wrong.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yes.
So anyone you're like hoping to face in your respective brackets, anyone you're not hoping to face,
Oh my
because
gosh.
honestly, I think there are a lot of fun names in both of them because this format is just kind of it's different enough that we're seeing a lot of less experienced runners perform very well and a lot of, top 64 runners even kind of getting shaken a little by it.
Yeah. I haven't really looked too much at who else has made it through to main bracket. Yeah, because the thing is, like, there's a bunch of people who I would have loved to play in, and I expected, they're highly skilled, and I would think they'd be playing, and then I see them like, oh, they're playing each other first round.
Yep, yep.
What the heck? These are both
Yeah, I
people I
think for
think
me,
are just
like
like
for
incredible.
folks wandering, for anyone who dropping down into the wander bracket, I think the people I definitely want to try to avoid the most would be like what the hell's Cariosa? Those they are some of the some of the top. I'm very new at this. I've only been zootering for maybe 3 months.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I heard
yeah.
this was your third ever race, second ever one-on-one.
Yep, second ever. So I do have two friends though. This is also their first tournament, so I would love an opportunity to go up against them for sure. One of my buddies has a game 3 on Saturday, and then one of my friends, Little Miss Rappa, is going to be taking on Raymond pretty soon.
Ooh,
Nice.
So if I get a
nice.
chance to getting a chance to go up against either of them would be a lot of fun for sure because they're the ones that actually got me into zootering.
That would be awesome. That'd be
Awesome
really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah. Any other kind of final thoughts, comments about this seed? Otherwise, I think we'll let Hell Knight take us away somewhere.
Is Hell not even
I was gonna say, not
awake?
necessarily about the seed, but like just this particular format, I think is absolutely and like it's an excellent introduction for anyone who wants to get into running randomizers, and for folks who maybe think that doing some of the standard settings are maybe a little bit too intense for them, or they see a lot of folks pulling off the crazy skips and whatnot. This is an excellent format to get into.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally
And the
agree.
nice part is when you hit 2 hours, you can just go walk away. Just
Yeah,
walk away.
it's over.
Just walk away.
Yeah, instead of being like, I'm 4 hours in and I still only have 4 medallions and fuck this seed. I just want to go drink.
That's a great idea.
Right?
Why not drink while Zooter? Is my only response to that comment. Our bot is still broken.
I've already missed some tricks today. Are you trying to make me do worse?
I was like, look, it's a bell curve. Like, you start drinking and your skill gets just a little bit better. And then immediately afterwards, it just falls right off. Oh, new July Asyncs. Go to the first seed. Oh, hold on. I got to go to the first seed.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, we will be rating Sly Ride, it looks like. Give our runners, Jaxstronomy and Ronin Traveler, a follow. Our wonderful trackers today, again, were Artificial Red, Baseball, and Miraba. Hell Knight stayed awake until, what, like 6 a.m. To restream this, so thank you. And thank you, Heaps, for joining on comms.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you. So it was a sheer delight to comms with you and to watch these two